What are you doing here? Explain yourself. You came here for a 12-year-old girl. I tell you, it's bad enough in New York City here with people texting and bumping into each other and almost getting run over. But now with this Pokemon craze, Pokemon, I'm sorry, I mispronounced it. You see it all over the place. And I wonder sometimes, and I'm not pretending like I understand exactly how it works. I was asking somebody the other day to explain it to me, that if somebody was also monitoring this thing and realized that young people might be going to one spot to do whatever they do and catch the Pokemon, could they become a victim? Could this be used as, some kind of ruse to lure somebody into something? Well, what Ideas allowed me to do, Ken, is go out into the field and conduct interviews the way I like to conduct them, really dig into these cases, follow the trail, and then we combine that with these very cinematic recreations, and the result is essentially a mini motion picture. And we try to take the viewer on a journey of discovery, take them into cases that they wouldn't necessarily know about, or cases they may have heard of where people involved are speaking out for the first time. It's funny, I graduated from Michigan State. My youngest son just graduated from Michigan State, but my sister went to Michigan, so there's this very tense situation every time Michigan plays Michigan State, and we're very congenial this year, texting back and forth during the game, and I'm sitting there with a buddy from Michigan State, and I said, we're going to have to listen to these people from Michigan, these Wolverines, all for a year that they beat us, and Harbaugh's the savior of the team. And all of a sudden there was that last minute play where the punt was bobbled and we got it, ran in, and this very cordial conversation went from, ha 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 to, you guys have had a lucky horseshoe in your pocket all year, and done. That was the end of the conversation. Well, the Megan Barroso case is an excellent example. We have this young woman who's coming home from a 4th of July party, is doing nothing wrong, and is randomly selected by somebody who shoots up her car with an AK-47 and kidnaps her, assaults her, and ultimately kills her. But in the beginning, the police are presented with this mystery. Why does somebody target Megan Barroso with an AK-47? Was it a gang thing? Was it a jealous boyfriend or a guy of some sort? And the case went cold for weeks and weeks and weeks until the arrest of a guy on a simple breaking and entering who calls his roommate and says, hey, there's a bag in my bedroom, throw it out. It's full of videotapes. The videotapes show a series of sexual assaults. One thing leads to another, and they get this guy for the murder of Megan Barroso. And if those detectives hadn't been on that, hadn't consulted a criminal psychiatrist, maybe it wouldn't have worked out that way. But these guys stayed on the case. And what we find in this Monday night is the same thing, a case out of Tampa that's fascinating, is that it takes detectives sometimes a while to follow these twists and turns. And we go inside the case and follow them with them. And that's what makes this so interesting. Well, I think, by exploring the mind of a criminal, by, mining the emotion of a victim or victim's family, you start to put together some patterns. And, it's not like there are 5 things you can do to prevent from becoming a victim. I mean, Megan Barroso was just going home after, a party. But I think once you explore those things, you can better protect people from becoming a victim themselves in terms of just understanding the criminal mind. And I think that's what we try to do with Killer Instinct. I get asked that all the time on social media, Twitter, etc., and I keep saying in a couple weeks, I know I sound like a broken record, but literally we are a couple weeks from making an announcement. So the deal is being worked on and finalized, and we'll be able to, believe me, I'll be the first to blurt it out as soon as it's done.